If there's one piece of advice I can give a player who's looking for victory in the Battlegrounds, specifically Coliseum, I would say pay attention to the status of the tower.
You're going to want to get into this and you're going to want to play to the objectives and push very, very quickly.
You will probably find yourself a number of times in either a 1v1 or a 2v2 exchange where you're pushing against a tower and the enemy has to fall back.
Once you have an advantage when you kill a Guardian, they're down by 30% of their power. You want to push that, you want to take a tower.
Minions and those towers are a little more punishing than you might expect in other games in the genre. That's why when that window of opportunity appears, you need to press the advantage.
Playing timid is not rewarded in Coliseum.
When you play Sanctuary, you're going to be going in with a 5v5 composition as opposed to a 3v3. That's going to give you and your teammates greater flexibility in the roles that you want to bring to the table.
Sanctuary is a completely different beast than Coliseum. We added a whole jungle in the middle of the game, so you've got to decide when you're going to play. Do you want to go a lane of 3 players and a lane of 2 players? Do you want to do 2 and 2 and have a roving jungler who goes around and can press that advantage where you need to?
You're going to want to focus your attention on the objectives. So that means pushing towers. My recommendation, bring at least 1 pusher. This map, Sanctuary, represents the Earth God Gull's personal domain, his personal playground, if you will, where he sits in judgment. And his lieutenant, or his right-hand man, if you will, is the Behemoth. It's a team fight built on chaos.
The Behemoth, or the boss in the middle of the Sanctuary map, is an NPC that we've designed to create a bit of chaotic gameplay. The way it's set up is you run in there and you kill it, and you get a pretty sizable advantage for your team. But the key thing is it's tied to the player who gets the killing blow.
Anyone can get the last hit on it, and that triggers the event for your team if you get the last hit. So that means that you can come in from behind and sneak a kill, and if your team is behind, you probably had just got back on at least equal footing with your opponents.
So if they don't see you on the map, your opponents are going to come in there naturally and think you're fighting the Behemoth, and they could come in there and snipe them right out from under you, and then they've taken your thunder.